What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel and to another VBX Familia Speaks video where you guys choose the topic of my video. So I recently had one of my subscribers email me and ask that I could speak on this whole situation with Tekashi 69 and Ariana Grande and Justin Bieber, and how this proves as an example of discrediting a woman's hard work, especially within this particular industry. So let me start off by saying that I am not a Tekashi 69 hater or supporter. I don't really listen to his music. I've heard a few tracks of his. Obviously, I heard the Gooba that came out, recently. I remember his track with Nicki Minaj. That was alright, but I don't really know his music like that. And to be honest, I don't really listen to Ariana Grande that much either. So just want to put that out there. So I'm coming at this from a totally neutral perspective, all right? I don't really care for either one too much. But anyway, so the gist of what happened is that Ariana Grande and Justin Bieber's song Stuck With You reached #1 on the Billboard charts. And so he was basically accusing them of cheating and buying their way to the #1 spot. Something like that. So I'm going to include a clip of Tekashi 69 basically explaining what he felt happened.
So listen, I want the world to know that Billboard is a lie. You can buy #1s on Billboard. I want that to register in your head. You can buy #1s on Billboard. Now let me tell you what happened. We was having an ongoing investigation just now. Silvio from Billboard, right? There's probably 5 or 6 of them that come up with the charts with Nielsen and everything. Last Thursday, Ariana was Stuck With You submitted 60,000 units last second. With the investigation, we found this. They purchased half of those things with 6 credit cards. When we asked where was those 6 credit cards linked to, Billboard said we can't disclose that information. Understand this. They bought 30,000 and so units with 6 credit cards. 6 credit cards. Now, again, you're going to enjoy your #1. Explain how you buy 30,000 with 6 credit cards, right? Now, let me explain to you something. They don't want, Billboard doesn't want no one to know this. Now I understand why Jay-Z and Nicki Minaj say Billboard, we used to look up to #1, to Billboard, but now it's we know you can, it's all manipulated, right? It's all fabricated. You can buy #1s. This is what these artists do, right? And it's not fair. I want you to see this. Gooba streamed 50 million streams, and this is what they're counting only. 50 million streams, right? They only counted, look what Billboard counts. They only counted 31 million. Billboard illegally disqualified 20 million streams so it can drop down and the people who bought the #1, which was Stuck With You, can go to #1. Look at this. 31 million, which places us at 38 points. When in 5th place, you were stuck at 32 points. 6 credit cards buys you 36 credit.
Okay, so when you hear him kind of explain it or break it down the way he did, it does sound a little suspect. And if it is true, then, it is kind of messed up. But I want to give you guys some numbers that I found just to give you guys an idea. So apparently Ariana Grande's track, it sold 259,000 units, which comprised of 108,000 pure sales plus 28.1 million streams, okay? And they also got 26.3 million units of radio airplay, all right? So that was for the track Stuck With You. Now, for the track Gooba, it had 393,000 units sold, which comprised of only 24K pure sales, but 55.3 million streams, okay? And then 172K units of radio airplay. So when you compare the units sold and all that between both songs, you can see that Gooba definitely surpassed Stuck With You as far as streams. It was 55.3 million streams for Gooba compared to 28.1 million streams for Stuck With You. However, Stuck With You did much more in pure sales, 108,000 compared to 24,000, and also did a lot more in terms of radio airplay. It had 26.3 million units of airplay versus just 172,000 units of radio airplay for Gooba. So I don't know if, I'm assuming these things are taken into account when deciding what track hits number one. I don't know. But again, I would assume that's part of it. So when you compare that, I guess I could see why Stuck With You hit number one. And also, the thing with Tekashi is he's not exactly the most marketable artist, okay? He's a little more on the, he can be a little raunchy or ratchet, whatever. So I couldn't necessarily see an artist like him hitting number one. And it's like, you're comparing yourself against two of the biggest pop artists in the world, being Ariana Grande and Justin Bieber. So, and then as far as Billboard manipulating the charts, I mean, if that is true, I also kind of feel like, well, I mean, are we surprised though? I think a lot of these big, music charting organizations and awards organizations, I would say most, if not all of them, are rigged anyway. So I wouldn't really be surprised. But as far as him coming at Ariana Grande, because, she's a woman and trying to discredit her hard work, I think that subject in and of itself is something that could have like a whole video or discussion related just to that, because I do think that, because we live in a male-dominated society, it's not uncommon that, or to see that women have to work twice as hard to reach the same level of achievement or recognition as a man. And they have to like really prove themselves to be taken seriously and to really be taken seriously for their work and for their art, versus only being recognized for their looks. So I definitely think that is something that happens pretty often. It still happens to this day. I think Nicki Minaj has spoken on that as well. So I wouldn't completely discredit that as something that could possibly be happening in this situation. But the way I see it, I think this is more so about his ego than it is about really Ariana herself and her being a woman or trying to discredit that. I think ever since Tekashi got out of jail, he's been on this whole, yeah, I'm a snitch and I'm still on top. I'm still winning. Y'all can't touch me. I'm going to come out here and be number one. So I feel like he's like on this ego trip right now. And so he's bugging because he didn't hit number one and he felt that he should have. That's kind of how I see it. But Ariana Grande did come back and respond. So I will include that next. Okay, so I know this is kind of hard to see, so I'm just going to read it here. But she said, I would like to address a few things which I usually don't do. I don't give my energy to drama or strange accusations normally, but this has gone a little too far. My fans bought the song. Justin's fans bought the song. Our fans bought this song. Never more than 4 copies each, as the rules state. They are ride or die mother effers, and I thank God every day that I have them in my life. Not just when they fight for us to win, even when I ask them not to, as I did this week, but because they're some of the greatest people I know. Sales counts for more than streams. You cannot discredit this as hard as you try. To anybody that is displeased with their placement on the chart this week, or who is spending their time racking their brain thinking of as many ways as they can to discredit hardworking women, and only the women for some reason, I ask you to take a moment to humble yourself. Be grateful you're even here, that people want to listen to you at all. It's a blessed position to be in. I've had a lot of almost number ones in my career, and I never said a goddamn thing because I feel grateful to even be here, to want to be heard at all. And you should feel that way too. Congratulations to all my talented ass peers in the top 10 this week, even number 3. And thank you to Billboard for this honor. And thank you to everyone who helped us raise a lot of money for a very important cause this week. Love you all a lot. So that was basically her response. And I did hear or see somewhere that Justin Bieber, I think he responded something as well. I didn't go searching for that. But it seems like they're both negating that there was any type of foul play or buying, their spot on the charts. I also saw someone make a video saying that they had used the proceeds from that song for a charity or something like that. I don't know who's being totally truthful here or who may be lying. I don't know, but that's their response to that. And here's another video that Tekashi did in response to Ariana Grande.
This video to address Ariana. I don't want you to think that I'm coming at you. Not saying that you're not talented, not saying that you can't sing. You're a beautiful singer. You just don't understand my pain. My frustration is from Billboard. I speak for the millions of kids that come from nothing, right? Let me show you something. All of this, we come from some place, right? This is where I came from before all of this fame. This was actually my home where me, my mom, my brother, his girlfriend, my girlfriend, my daughter lived. This was the first computer I bought to learn how to edit videos myself. Like, this was like, I spent my last couple of dollars buying this shit. I want you to understand that I come from a different background than you, right? My mom used to collect cans, right? On the street. I used to bust tables, be a dishwasher. I'm gonna show you what...
Oh, my lip's the worst!
Here's a piece of candy.
Yay, I love candy!
So you guys, that was all the facts and what was said. Honestly, it's hard to really say for certain what really went down. Whether, you know, there were multiple credit cards and, you know, people trying to buy up spots or move their way up in the charts. I mean, who really knows? If this did happen, of course, they would never admit it. But I kind of feel like Tekashi might want to take a little piece of humble pie and just humble yourself a little bit. Just be happy that you're even like here, okay? Because his ass could have still been in jail, all right? So I feel like he just needs to just chill a little bit. I mean, the fact that he got as many views on that video that he did within like the first 24 hours, and you know, people been buzzing and talking about him despite everything that happened, and despite some of these other, you know, older rappers hating on him. Like, be happy with how you're doing right now, you know? Like, maybe one day he'll get his #1 spot. I don't know. But again, him being the type of artist that he is, I don't know if I could really foresee that happening, but you never know. So that being said, guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below, whether you agree with what Tekashi 69 said, whether you think Ariana and, you know, Justin Bieber paid for that #1 spot, or whether you feel that they earned that spot and Tekashi just needs to chill. So that's it for this video, guys. As always, give it a like, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll check you all in my next one. Bye!